Man, as soon as I start filming, somebody's cutting grass outside. Okay, so recently Sophia Chang, if anyone follows her, she posted this video. So basically, if you're not familiar with the tag, I'll be pointing out imperfections that I see about myself physically. Not things I necessarily want to change, but just, you know, little quirks about me that I'm like, oh, this is weird. And then things that I love about myself physically. And then inspired by Sophia, her video, she added one characteristic that was like an imperfection and one characteristic that was like a perfection in her eyes. I'm gonna do two, but anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Let's just jump in because I'm rambling. To start out with my first imperfection, I have this canine tooth in my mouth. This guy right here that like sometimes in certain pictures and just certain moments when I'm smiling or laughing like really hard, I hate the way it looks. It's mainly in pictures. Like I've been photographed like laughing and I'm like, man, that tooth is so obnoxious. Like I look like Dracula. I look like a pit bull. Like what is my mouth doing? And it's only this side. Like this canine tooth is not that obnoxious. There's a mirror right here. It's not that obnoxious, but this one, and I've had people point it out in a couple videos. They're like, whoa, canine tooth on fleek. And I'm like, leave it alone. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna do two physical things I don't like, two physical things I like, two traits I don't like, and two traits I do like. So I'm kind of changing it up from what it originally is, but yeah. So the second thing that I'm like about sometimes with my body is something that a lot of people are gonna be like, girl, big booty problems. I tend to gain weight in my thighs and my hips and my butt, and that is something a lot of people would be very grateful for, and I am, you know, I take that over gaining weight in my stomach, definitely, but it doesn't mean it doesn't suck, because there's just like certain things that I think anyone with like a slim waist and big butt can relate to. First of all, a lot of clothes don't fit correctly. They're shaped for like the butt to be the same as the waist, and like my waist is little versus my hips. But besides that, I think the one thing that I'm like, I don't want to say I'm envious, because like I overall really love my body and I really wouldn't change it for real, but sometimes when I'm out and about, or some of my friends that can wear leggings as pants or wear like little like fitted skirts and dresses like out and about, like to the mall or out to eat, like I can't do that because I look like I'm about to bust it wide open in the club. My butt is just too obnoxious, like it just won't work. If I wear leggings as pants, it's like a statement. This is a thing, my butt is a part of this outfit, you know what I mean? Anyone else can relate? And sometimes that can be annoying because sometimes I just want to wear leggings and like not get attention like that, you know, like I'm just trying to wear these leggings. So that has forever been a thing in my life. Like I always look at little cute outfits, and like I have a few little like fitted bodycon dresses, and I'm like, these would be so cute, but I can only wear them Friday nights after 11 p.m. So moving on to perfections about myself that I love. I really like my face, and that sounds really whatever how it sounds, because like who can be like, I overall really like my face, but I was like thinking about it and I was like writing down my perfections that I like about myself, and I was like, well, I really like my jawbone, and I really like my cheekbones, and I really like my eyes, and I was like, well, I like my face. Like I just named my whole face. I genuinely like really do admire my bone structure in my face. My eyes is not something that I like forever was really a big huge, I mean, I just was like, their eye, like whatever, they're brown. But in recent years, I think I've really grown to like love them. The second thing I really like about myself physically would be I like my like tone, if that makes sense, like my skin tone with my hair. Like I like my hair and my skin tone. I like my overall complexion, especially since going vegan and being like on my little health kick. My skin has really been like glowing and really popping lately, and just this past year I have received so many compliments on my skin, like from so many women and men that are just like, your complexion is beautiful. Like what? And I never really like paid attention to it for real, and lately I've been like noticing it, and I'm like, wow, Mick Shorty popping out here. This necklace is too long, fun fact. Like it keeps doing this and I want it to do this. It's not doing that. So moving on into the personality characteristics that are, you know, not flaws, but things I need to improve on. So the first one, I have to be real with myself and say my pride. I can be very prideful and protective of me and others, but you know, definitely myself. I can be very quick to defend and very like, yeah, just to defend. I'm quick to like put a shell around me and just protect my pride and like, you know, put myself, I don't want to say on a pedestal to protect myself, but kind of, you know? That's what pride essentially is. It's kind of like your ego speaking for you and not how you really feel. And I think I've gotten a lot better at it recently, like so much better at it within the past few months. Like I've really been trying to let that go and like, you know, starve my ego as much as I can. But I still have my times where I am so prideful and I'm like yelling at myself in my head like, Casey, let this go. Like let the pride go. Express how you feel. Stop. Like stop it. The second thing that I was just recently talking about this with somebody that I want to work on, slash I am kind of working on, is I can be like an extreme realist slash basically a pessimist. It used to be a lot worse. Again, I've gotten better. I am that person that will like totally, I don't want to say like crush someone's dreams or like shut down an idea, but I will be like so logical. Like I'm a logical thinker about a lot of things. Depends what the scenario is, but for the most part, I don't know what that's about. Like I just tend to be so real about stuff. I look at things for like what they are and I'm like, well, how can we do that if we don't have the money for this? Or how can we go there if this is happening? Like that's not gonna happen. I can be really quick to be like, well, this is done because this. And like people are like, well, wait, like hold on. We can think about other ways to do this. Like you don't have to just shut it down. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess so. Mainly for myself more than to others. I think like when something's going really, really well for me, I'm guilty of it. And I've gotten a lot better at this, but in the past, I'm so guilty of like thinking about like it's too good to be true. Instead of just being grateful that it's freaking happening, I used to kind of be like, what's gonna go wrong? Like something's gotta go wrong. This is going way too well. Like obviously if you're thinking like that, it's gonna happen, Casey. Stupid. Anyway, moving on to things that I like about my personality. I'm not gonna lie, and this is gonna sound how it's gonna sound, but I had like a long list and it was hard to pick just two. Like I like a lot of things about myself, I'll be real. I think that's a great thing. But one of the things I really like about myself, I think I can be really, really witty and funny. I'm not necessarily like that like obnoxious funny or the person that's gonna make everybody laugh. I'm kind of that funny that like you have to pay attention to and like hopefully you're listening, or like, you know, like I feel like I think outside of the box sometimes of what people are thinking, or I like say what everyone's thinking and too scared to say, but I won't necessarily like say it loud and make a whole thing. Like I'll just say it to myself or say it like, you know, low and like a few people hear me, but like I said like a lot just now. But like, I don't know, I've been told that before, and I think I kind of get that from my mom because my mom kind of has the same sense of humor. She knows how to just like hit the nail on the head, like, and call things how they are for what they are, and just keeping it real. So to summarize, the last final thing I like about myself, we've been talking about me a lot lately. I really like how like focused I can be on, how I can focus my creativity on something, and how I like plan and execute things. Like I really like that about myself, and that is something that again has taken time to develop and is still developing, but I really, really like my focus. And it's not necessarily like career wise, like it could be literally anything. Like if I'm really focused on even like getting somebody a gift, because that's something like the first thing that came into my head honestly is like, if I'm set on getting someone this gift, like I will find any possible way to make this happen. Like I am really big on that in all kind of ways, more ways than one. Like when I get fixated on something, good and bad, but mainly it's a good thing because I will like just whatever it takes, I will get this thing done. That's just something I really like about myself, and especially when it comes to my creativity. Like if I see a vision for something or I have just an idea, it's just about planning and executing them. That's enough about me though. But if you are brave enough to comment down below some things, whether they are personality traits or physical things that you like and then dislike about yourself, comment them down below. Let's like talk about our perfect imperfections. There's probably a million other little things that I notice about myself that I'm like, this is annoying. Like, why do I do this? Those things make you who you are. So ultimately, please don't get fixated and focused on those imperfections, because those things you can't change. Focusing on things you can't change is a waste of your time, boo. Anyway, that is it. That is all. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.